7,000 in Central Province. A bright future for youth through agriculture, World Youth and Leadership Foundation Limited. President Hichilema wishes Chipolopolo success as it faces Mauritania tomorrow. This is Munati TV, and please let us know where you're catching us from. And now the news in detail. Transparency International Zambia has launched service charters meant to increase easier access to justice among citizens. The charters launched today, Thursday, 2nd September 2021, by Acting Chief Justice State Counsel Justice Michael Musonda, are a second phase to a similar access to justice category for lower courts launched by former Chief Justice, the late Irene Chirwa Mambilima, in 2019. Giving her remarks, TIZ Vice Chairperson Dr. Annie Chewe explained from the outset that the initiative is in line with Transparency International Zambia's mandate of advocating for good governance in private and public institutions. Dr. Chewe observed that all sectors of the economy are adversely affected by poor and lack of access, and the launched documents are designed to overcome the noted handicap. And Justice Jones Chinyama said the coronavirus burden delayed production of the Supreme Court charters and advised that the judiciary wanted more collaborators to come through and help distribute the service charters. Launching the higher court's charters, the acting head of the Zambian judiciary, Justice Musonda, reiterated the need for an independent and corruption-free system. He said the launch is a follow-up to an earlier activity by former Chief Justice, the late Justice Irene Mambilima, in 2019, involving 3 charters for the Small Claims Court in line with Transparency International Zambia's mission and vision statements.
These same people. And I think this is the essence of what Transparency International and the judiciary have been doing in coming up with these simplified processes and procedures to make access to justice a reality to many people, to make it easier for people to access justice through laying things before them in plain and simple language. I think that is the way to go. What that means that even our laws themselves must be expressed in language which an ordinary man and woman can relate to. The days are long gone.
Assorted goods worth 7,678 have been seized by the Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, CCPC, in an inspection conducted on the 27th of August in collaboration with the Kabwe Municipal Council, KMC, in Central Province. The items seized include drinks such as Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Fruticana, Alpi Apple, Ninja Drink, Sunblast Crush Juice, as well as bread and Delight cereal. The seized products did not meet the mandatory product information standards set by the Section 50 of the Competition and Consumer Protection Act, CCPA number 24 of 2010, and the Food and Drug Act, Cap 303 of the laws of Zambia. The inspection covered 4 trading premises in Kabwe's Market, Central Business District, with the aim of assessing the traders' compliance levels with the Act for Enhancement of Competition and Promotion of Consumer Protection in Zambia. The Commission will continue to ensure that consumers are protected from any unfair trading practices in the country by consistently collaborating with local authorities and other relevant stakeholders. This is as contained in a statement issued by Senior Public Relations Officer Namukolo Kasumpa. We now take a break. Munati TV News Update. We continue. World Youth and Leadership Foundation Limited, WYLF, have said that in preparation of their multi-sectoral agriculture projects, they have continued to engage stakeholders in a move to speed up the process and create a well-organized empowerment project for the youths. Among the discussions they have had is a partnership with Small-Scale Farmers Development Agency, SAFADA. SAFADA Executive Director Boyd Morway said the partnership is to help enhance youth participation in agriculture. He said their MOU will help supplement government's effort in creating employment and empowerment for the youths through agriculture.
It's a question of how do we divert their mindset into real production of this produce. I think that would be much better than expecting the youth to go into briefcase buying. That's an illegal arrangement. So as SAFADA, we actually enter into an MOU, into an agreement with a company called World Youth and Leadership Foundation, which is a very unique organization, and they are set to help the youths. Since it's led by the youths, then they want to see how they encourage their fellow youths into agriculture. If the youths are involved in agriculture, I think our target to improve the agriculture sector will be attained, and their contribution towards economic growth will be really achieved. Otherwise, above all, we are talking about employment. Most of our youth in Lusaka are not employed. Agriculture will employ them because of various activities that will be taking place. So we'll be training the farmers, the youths in agriculture science. We'll be training the youths on how they can do the marketing aspect. There are a lot of activities that youths can be involved as part, and they take it as part of employment. So we are just seeking support from the government, the private sector, and also the donor community to help this kind of an arrangement that is we are trying to put between SAFADA and the World Youth Leadership and World Youth and the Leadership Foundation. I think that would be a very, very unique and strategic approach that can help to create employment for the youths.
President Hakainde Hichilema wishes Chipolopolo success as they face Mauritania tomorrow. In a statement issued by Special Assistant to the President, Press and Public Relations Anthony Walia, the President has encouraged and wished well the Zambian national soccer team as they face Mauritania tomorrow. He said he is confident that the Chipolopolo will put up a good fight as they face Mauritania tomorrow in the Qatar FIFA 2022 World Cup qualifier match. He wished the Chipolopolo Goats health and protection during their stay in the capital of Mauritania and said the people are expectant that the Chipolopolo will fly the Zambian flag high and bring victory home. And as we draw close to the end of our update, let's just take a look at how CNN covered Zambia's post-election period.
Was arrested numerous times and was even sent to prison. But after his 6th presidential run, longtime opposition activist Hakainde Hichilema is now leader of Zambia. He's promising to rebuild the country's economy and alleviate poverty, as well as restore rights and liberties that were eroded under his predecessor, Edgar Lungu. Mr. Hichilema was sworn in last week in Lusaka.
We showed the world, the whole world, the resilience of our democracy, and we reaffirm that power belongs to the people of Zambia, not who are elected to serve the people, but the power is reposited in the people of Zambia, not anyone else.
President Hichilema says this is a new dawn for Zambia, when all people can feel fully free. His victory is seen as a milestone for opposition movements all across Africa. Time now for the exchange, when we explain how Zambia's political transformation has significance for the world. Zambia is a member of the Commonwealth, and the Commonwealth Secretary General actually helped negotiate Mr. Hichilema's release from prison 5 years ago. I spoke earlier with Patricia Scotland. Secretary General, thank you for coming to talk to us about the transition in Zambia. You witnessed the inauguration of President Hakainde Hichilema, and it's important because you helped negotiate his release from prison in 2016. What was that moment like?
Well, it was an extraordinary moment to be able to talk with both the leaders, and what was extraordinary then and what's extraordinary now is both President Lungu and now new President Hichilema are both men committed totally to peace. And therefore, the seeds of success now, I think, was sown in that, after that 2016 election, in 2017, when Mr. Hichilema was in prison, and we went and we negotiated a situation which enabled his release to be facilitated. And it was a great moment then, but it was a great moment at the inauguration to see those two men who were responsible for making sure that the peace in Zambia was preserved. And it took both of them. Mr. Hichilema won the election, but I think President Lungu won the hearts of all men and women of peace by the gracious way in which he engaged and allowed and permitted and enabled a free transfer of leadership from himself to President Hichilema, and not breaking that long history that Zambia has had for being the peacemaker.
And that just about ended our news update for today. Let's recap on what made the headlines. Transparency International Zambia launches judiciary service charters. CCPC and KMC seize goods worth over 7,000 kwacha in Central Province. A bright future for youths through agriculture, World Youth and Leadership Foundation Limited. President Hichilema wishes Chipolopolo success as it faces Mauritania tomorrow. And that wraps it up. This is Moshe Kwalisolo on Munati TV News Update for today. From all of us here at Munati, it's good night.
Sizophepha kanjani kulezi ziphepho? Sizophola kanjani kula manxeba abhibhidlayo? Nguwe Nkosi isimakade isiphephelo sethu. Wena ulithwalela yethu. Sizwe Nkosi usisize. Sizwe Nkosi usisize.
The winds and the waves shall obey my will. Peace, 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 peace.
Yes, you should just claim peace, peace, peace still. You better trust and obey. Just believe God is in control. Yes, sir. He says peace, 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 peace still.
Kosi sengathungavuka usisindisa thina okumangu wena somandla ona kukusisiza
uyalalela umoya
tholanya uyalalela umoya tholanya uthina Itaku
ngemeva wena tulanya somandla kayihambeki indlela imnyama okomgodo ngolamkhawulo awukufa khona kufihliza santando komuntu imitha yabhuqe ibhuquza santando phezu kwethu inkengane layo idla ubhedu iminyaka iselemana amadolonki intolo amandla kithi du onkosi soba yini thina sizosila kanjani kulezi ziqomazi sizophepha kanjani na kula malanga sizophola kanjani kula manxeba abhibhidla sisize nkosi through it all yes the winds Jesus just says peace understand his word stands true oh yes he says peace tula utinya
Munati.
Meaning something sweet.
Munati, your TV on the go. Catch us anywhere, anytime, as long as you have a device and internet.
Munati TV is Zambia's first internet TV station.
And internet is just not in Zambia, meaning Munati TV cuts across all borders with viewers all the way from USA, Botswana, South Africa, the UK, and world over.
Internet is the future. And the future is now.
Welcome to the future.
Welcome to Munati. Your TV on the go.